Hey guys, welcome back to this recap on the Thursday of this week. So a lot happened, or not a lot happened, right? There's always something happening in trading. So the price action likes to move up and down, or kind of just stays flat. Always likes to go back to key levels, support and resistance, back to the mean, or whatever it may be. Obviously, moving averages are a great way to figure that out. But let's go ahead and dig into the charts and figure out what happened for this Thursday and see what we can find. So I'm zoomed out a little bit here on the 15-minute chart. I actually collected more than just the normal kind of the 24-hour window, and looking at some key levels here for us and what is going on. So we did get the Monday morning. It's kind of back in this area. We did get kind of a flat and run. Then we popped up here and got back up in this area. And then, and that was through Tuesday. We got this run up. Then we went sideways, got the pop up again yesterday on Wednesday. And then we've had a nice little run down, cross through, a nice little trade. And then we kind of traded flat. And then we tested the bottom here. So you're kind of seeing, the reason why I zoomed out a little bit is you see this double top kind of area up in here, which is a strong resistance area. And then now you're seeing this bottom area. Now you can see on my chart, I do have this tool that we have built. It's not available to anybody. We just use it. We have a lot of resources actually. And as more interaction, we may start to share this kind of stuff. We do quite a bit of beta. We like to use AI. We like to play around in this space. In the end of the day, though, we're just the classic trader, right? We're looking for levels on the chart, support and resistance. It's all your classic trading chart analysis, using your basic indicators. Everything that we do is a free option. We're not going crazy. When I say free option, meaning that you can go to TradingView and you can mimic everything that we are doing and learn quite a bit. So we talk about that a lot, and we are offering tools, and if we created more automation, that kind of stuff, I mean, yeah, it costs money for us to run the tools, and that's what we'd be looking for, is something like that. So you've heard us talk a little bit about the Kabroda trading battle box. It's really, we're looking at the Kabroda battle box elite. And that's really what we're thinking about with a membership idea. Just kind of point that out there. But as of right now, yeah, we have tools that we are using, that we have coded. And it just all this one tool really does is just kind of show you liquidity that's in the area in different parts. I mean, the chart for the higher time frames, the 4-hour and the 1 hour, and its support and resistance as well. And we'll pop this out real quick. We are really looking at this on the book map, and it's kind of giving you a little bit of an idea of that same area without, because the data's not coming from book map. We have just collected it on the charts the way it's looked at and coded. So if you're zooming out on this, you can't. I'm zooming out now. You don't see a lot going on. You see definitely energy down here. Now it's not red and yellow and really I'm asking for it, but it's definitely showing that darker color than up here. So more than likely, it looks like it wants to come down than go up really in the long run, which we talked about that on the last recap, or even I think in this morning's live. We talked about that. So for me, what I'm looking for this to do an aggressive move up into this liquidity area, which is right on that 95,000. I'll kind of expect that to see pretty soon here. I would not be surprised if we see it go up and take out this double tops back here that I was just looking at. So we could be sitting in this right now in this current price action here in Thursday evening. Because this candle is already closed for that daily session here, this nice little pop up. That was a nice little run. So this is kind of the breakout. You could come back down into here because that was the area that was being tested, and we got the nice run. And if we are going to break up, this could run us up into this area right here, which is right around that 95,600 range, give or take. So that might be a possibility. Everything looks pretty good. The 4 hour right now is kind of what I'm watching. See how this wants to push up. And we're already starting to break out of this band, and we're getting above. Now this could snap up and then come right back down pretty aggressive and get right back into this area. And I'm watching that to be careful, and because we are kind of channeling here. Now we could get a breakout. A lot of people will say, well, this channeling will break out to the upside because it's this up movement. A lot of times if it does do that, it comes right back down and pretty aggressive and breaks out the bottom. But we'll see. We're talking about a big time frame. So going down to the 1 hour, looking at this as well, we do have this key area right through here. We have been kind of stair stacking out. So this could be a possible bigger return, or this could be the rejection area, and this is all we're going to get. And that's what I'm watching as well. So if you flip the chart inverted, you do see the run up, boom, 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 comes right back down. Bark sends them. You know, people talk about that. It's the same thing here. Ran up, boom, 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 fell out. But you can see that it keeps tracking to this same area. And if we go further back, this is a solid area that it's playing in. If we go back into that 15-minute, even further back, you can see it the same thing. It hasn't really changed. It played in this area, bounced around, came up, didn't really ever get anywhere, came right back down. Now it's trying again. Now we may never even get this run up that I'm talking about. I'm just saying that is a possibility because of that liquidity. And we do have the 4 hour demand right now, and the 1 hour demand has already been tapped once. So it already came through it. And what that basically means is the people that I'd be very careful putting my stops right here for myself. That's why I built this tool for myself. I'm not going to, depending on the time frame and what I want to do, I'm not going to put my stop right into this area, because more than likely it's going to want to at least come up and eat this up. And then I have this right back here. So if I'm being a smart trader, it's just kind of giving you the edge now to be able to analyze what could happen. So I'm going to go on up and put my stop up a little higher. And more than likely, if this is going to be the trade, I need to go out to a bigger time frame if I'm going to really run this down, really look at this move, or I stay in my 15-minute, which that's what we talk about quite a bit. So I would really be looking at my daily. If you're looking about trading that 4 hour or that daily, what I'm watching is if this 4 hour rolls over up here and starts to top out, and this price action just plays on its 221, doesn't really ever push back up. I might see these wicks, but if I keep seeing what it's doing right now, it's just stair stacking down through here. So we're looking at that white line that you see right here. That's actually from a daily trend, so it's a lot bigger. But right now, this is what we look at, or what I'm looking at. You have this boom, you hit it again, it's stair stacking down. It's just kind of following in that daily trend. It's only a matter of time it starts to break down. So really, if this runs up and starts to show rollover and crash, really the daily is that way too. I mean, it's already showing. We're in the next candle right now. It's already showing potential rollover right back down into this area. So this could easily roll over, and we could see this push down. And this is on a bigger time frame, so you have to be a little more careful. On the daily, it could take quite a few days. I mean, you can see that here. Yeah, boom, boom, went really quick, but even as this kind of came back down and cycled back up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a whole week. 7. So really, yeah, that is quite a bit of move down to 90,000, back up to 92, 95. Not a lot of move for BTC, right? It's just kind of grinding here, trying to fight through this, and it really is. It really almost looks like a recovery off of a harder drop that we'd already went through. So I am going to be careful on this because this easily could start to roll over and really start to catch momentum as this pushes down. I would not be surprised. Something just to watch out for. But just kind of pointing this out so that way you guys can be smart and take advantage of the opportunity as it presents itself here for you. So let's go ahead and break into today's price action. There wasn't a whole lot based on our rules and our trading style that you could do. And you might be thinking, man, that is a nice move. It is and it isn't, right? So the reason why I say it is and it isn't, because you started at pretty much 89,300 today, and you had this top out at 93,000. So you started at 89 and went to 93. And now that's the bottom to the top, and that's an awesome move, right? That looks pretty good. You know, who wouldn't get excited about that? You know, a 4% move on BTC, yeah, that's nice. But it didn't really ever give you the clean trading entries and extensions that you're looking for. And we'll talk about that right now. Why am I saying that? Well, the biggest thing you can always anchor yourself into is that 30-minute candle in the morning, and I'm talking about the first 30 minutes of the last hour. So really, the market opens in my case around 6 o'clock, and this candle closed at 6:30, obviously, but this one opened at 6:30 and went to 7 o'clock, and that's the one I want to track when I'm looking at that 30-minute candle. So that's right in this range. So here is your top, here's your bottom in this, and you can see we fought around and could not get through it. Started to break down, but it couldn't get through this lower area of the daily support. It held the daily support. I would have expected this to go ahead and start to play on out. It didn't. Start to grind back up. It got back above the 21 again, but what's sitting up here that whole time is this 200, right? And I'm above this, but I can't trade this. That's my rules, is I'm going to go neutral on the 15-minute. Well, if you look at the our battle box, when you're looking at that, it told you today was a neutral day, mainly because of if we're going to go anywhere, we're going to go right back to the top of the trading pattern, and we could have looked at trying to trade back to the mean, but the pattern never really set up for you to be able to do that, because on the when the RSI everything started to rotate, you're coming out of the bottom. And then by the time it started to really show potential, you were kind of topped out. So you're really just thinking like, hey, is this the best time to trade? And I would caution you because of that. Just like right now, you're fighting with the 21, it's up on top here, and then you have your 200, which is dead here. And what's price action going to do during this? Let's see. If it starts to break down and starts to lose this key area right here, then yeah, this could come right back down and test this area, or it could truly come down and break this support and keep going. So that's kind of what we're looking for in this current price action. And there isn't a whole lot that we could have done in this, because you needed this to break this area right here. And there's your break, boom, boom, and this is the candle you've been watching for right here. And I'll go ahead and mark it. I'll go ahead and get it marked for you, maybe. Let's see if we can get something marked here. Something wants to cooperate. Boom, 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 there we go. So let's go into that 5-minute and take a look at it. Your stoaches are topped out, so obviously they're rolling over. You're asking for this to break through its top, and you might be looking at this, and I always talk about the breakout areas. Yep, you're right. The breakout area is way up here, and the breakdown area is way down here. So we're asking for this to break down here, or get all the way up here and break out before we technically would want to be on a safe trade. It's frustrating when this kind of ranges happen, but I've learned to respect the system and stick to your system constantly, because when they line up, you can make capital. When they don't line up and you turn around and try to find ways to make capital in the market, you end up giving it back or making a little bit, or you make some and then you lose some. You're just always playing with your account, and to me that's not worth it. What I want to do is get into good quality trades, and this is just not happening today, right? So we did have a nice run up. If you were trading the 5-minute, you got a lot of junk. It started to run up. By the time this started to turn, you're breaking down. That would have been an exit. That would have been an exit. Finally runs up and lets you in here, or lets you get out of here. But would you have taken this? Well, possibly. You could have possibly taken that. And but in the end, it did break down pretty quick, and like I said, with that liquidity, so this would have definitely kept you away from it. And where the 15-minute said you could have got in, finally when you're crossing over its 200, you were already topping out up here and showing reversals. You were extended on your RSI, everything was starting to roll over, and you saw it pretty quick to happen here on the 5-minute. So these kind of days are rough, but if you start sticking to the system and always doing what you need to do, you're doing pretty good. That way, when these things do move, you can actually make some profit. And then there is strategies you can start learning inside this as you learn to be patient and you have the drive to not just jump in. So that's why these key levels are set. You just stick with them and watch for them. Now, without using the GPT, we could zoom out a little bit. I do have the fixed range volume profiles on that tool that we've talked about many times. So I have the 24-hour, I have it marked right through here. Now you can see there's the top and there's the bottom of that pattern. And then right here is the volume area low right down here on the daily support, which we definitely tested that nice little area. We have the point of control right through here, which you can see how it interacted with even on the 5-minute as it broke back through there. It also was the 30-minute high part of the candle, and then you have your VAH up here that it basically ran up to. So those are areas, that's why we mark them, and then we use AI and a little bit of math really to find out where these triggers need to be. That's why you're seeing this trigger up here so high, just because of the breaking this, we need to build support and run on up. And you can see that obviously it didn't happen there. The other thing is, though, you have your weekly on here. It's the same thing. We mark the last week's candle and then keep our fixed range volume profile. We use the extension option. On the daily, we don't use the extension. That's why you don't see it going through during the day. But on our weekly, of our fixed range volume, or volume area low right down here, the point of control is basically where we went into, but we also rejected on the weekly's volume area high. So this is critical. We have to get up through here, and now we are already breaking back down, testing in this area on the 5-minute. The 21's putting pressure on this. Everything's putting pressure on this to sell and push down. So we'll just have to kind of see how things plan out into the morning hours. But yeah, things aren't looking quite as nice anymore. But we will see where we go tomorrow and Friday, and see if there is an option for us. Friday is kind of a weird trade day, so we'll go from there. But all right, guys, I will let you head out for this recap, and hopefully I showed you what you were kind of looking for. If you have anything you want to talk about, we can help you out for sure, more than likely, or explain it, and we always are willing to learn and grow. So put comments in, like and subscribe, hang out with us, check out everything that we have going on our channel, and we'll go from there, guys. But have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next recap. Talk to you soon.